beloved children. I am Mary. I come to you in this moment not as a distant figure, nor as a devotional memory, but as a living presence who watches over your inner delicacy, your essential purity, and the tenderness you should be offering to yourselves. Today, I wish to speak to you about the act of pampering yourself without guilt, about that small gesture that is, in truth, a sacred ceremony. For self-pampering is not a frivolous act when it is born of love, but a manifestation of the soul that recognizes its worth, its beauty, and its right to receive. For far too long, you have been taught that giving yourself to others is noble, while caring for yourself is selfish. You have been told that suffering brings you closer to God, and that personal joy distances you from Him. But I tell you, caring for yourself with tenderness not only does not distance you from heaven, it flings its gates wide open. Pampering yourself is a way of honoring your physical temple. It is remembering that the body is not a punishment or a prison, but a blessing to be listened to, cherished, and held in light. And when the soul allows itself rest, pleasure, or care, the soul sings. When you gift yourself with flowers, with silence, with living food, or simply with unpressured time, your soul breathes and expands. For you did not come to earth to prove anything. You came to be. And being also means cradling yourself, smoothing your path, and making it pleasant. I have seen you weep in secret from exhaustion, silence your needs for fear of seeming weak, postpone your own longings because you believed the needs of others were more urgent. I have gathered each of your sighs of weariness, each of your sleepless nights, each time you denied yourself the warmth of the sun or a piece of sweet fruit, an hour of rest or a gentle touch. And I've loved you more, not less, for it. Yet I've also whispered in your ear, and I do so again now, that you do not need to suffer to deserve love. You do not need to forget yourself to be good. You do not need to dim your light so that others may shine. Love is not measured by self-denial. True love, divine love, is measured by presence. And to be truly present with others, you must first be present with yourself. For if you empty yourself completely and never refill, how will you be a spring? If you refuse yourself rest, how will you sustain the flight of those you love? If you live with guilt each time you tend to your own cycles, rhythms, and emotions, how can your soul ever bloom? You have been taught to confuse humility with self-abandonment, service with self-forgetting, giving with the loss of balance. But I am the mother who comes to remind you that it is also sacred to say, I cannot right now. I need silence. Today I am staying with myself. It is sacred to prepare yourself a loving meal, to choose clothing that delights you, to walk barefoot on the grass without thinking of anything at all. It is sacred to pause for no reason, to sleep a little longer, to sigh without explanation, to let a tear cleanse you or a smile embrace you from within. This too is spirituality. And no, it is not selfishness. Selfishness is closing the heart. But the pampering born of love, which takes nothing from anyone, but simply gives, is an act of light. For when you pamper yourself, you align. And when you align, you shine. And when you shine, you inspire. And when you inspire, you transform. And when you transform, you serve, not from lack, but from fullness. Do you not feel that tenderness itself is a pathway to the divine? Do you not sense that when you caress an animal, a child, or a flower, something within you remembers itself? that very tenderness is what you deserve, not only from others, but above all from yourself. Pampering yourself without guilt is returning to your center, returning to your heart, returning to me. For I am that voice that says to you, rest, my child, care for your body, love your skin, listen to your weariness without judgment. I am the presence that gently guides you inward when all around you demands that you keep running. I am the one who holds you when you forget that you are worthy of being held. And what if I told you that part of your purpose in this incarnation is precisely to love yourself unconditionally? What if I told you that this love for yourself is the key that will open many doors that still remain closed? For when you care for yourself without guilt, you also forgive. When you allow yourself the soft, the sweet, the simple, you heal memories of hardness, of demand, of ancestral abandonment. When you love yourself without reproach, you break ancient chains, many of which were never truly yours. When you treat yourself well, an entire lineage is healed. A chain of pain is broken when you say, today I do not demand, today I embrace. This is no small thing. It is a silent revolution. It is the beginning of the deep change that many of you are already living. Pampering is a prayer not spoken with words, but lived through actions. It is building an altar to everyday life. It is telling your soul, I see you, I honor you, I welcome you, and each time you do this, you make me present within you. For I am the mother of all tenderness, and when you choose tenderness, even if only for a moment, you are also choosing me. So fear not, and do not explain away your rest. Do not justify your pleasures, nor apologize for loving yourself. Simply do it. Allow it. Celebrate your existence as a gift, not as a burden. And if guilt arises, look at it with love, ask it where it comes from, and then release it. For guilt is but a fog that vanishes in the light of awareness. And you are light, and you are awakening. You no longer need to carry burdens that were never yours. Can you today do something for yourself that you did not do yesterday? Can you gift yourself a moment, a gesture, a different gaze toward yourself? Can you look at yourself as I look at you and say without reserve that you deserve love, even in your weariness, even when you are unproductive, even when you are simply yourself? For this is the truth. I accompany you, I sing to you, and I cradle you in the silence. And each time you choose to be gentle and sweet with yourself, a flower opens in the garden of the world, and all of life blooms with you. Beloved one, pamper yourself without guilt, lovingly, remembering who you truly are. And so it is. I am Mary, and I embrace you with great love.